and Woody likes the crooked cock.
Yeah,
See, now we got to get to that part.
So yeah. So to pick up where I was, as soon as the call ends, he starts threatening Tom. He's going nuts about it. He's like lots of violence. I'm going to bash your teeth out. I'm going to do this. I think he said he was going to have teeth soup. I think that was one of the things where he busts his teeth out with a mag light, and then he's just there with a bloody mouthful of teeth. And this is what Wing. He said he would kill him. He said if he was if he was closer, he would literally kill this man for beating him in a 1v1. And a little time passes, and like Keemstar gets involved in this. Keemstar was always opportunistic about when he found drama, and he's like, "We'll set up a 1v1 with you guys. We'll put, I forget what it was, like $5,000 on the line, and then winner take all." And Wings came to him and said, "Look, we'll do this. We'll do a 1v1. You throw it. You look, I'm gonna win anyway because I'm Wings of Redemption. But you throw it just to lock that in, and then I'll keep. I think what did he want the split to be? It was to his.
See, that's the best part. Wings would keep the lion's share and get the victory.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's not how a bribe works.
That's not how bribes work.
Yeah. So I think it might have been 3-2. It might have been 4-1. But Wings was keeping the bulk of the money. And then Tom, who just beat him, was supposed to lose on purpose. And Wings felt like, but you will get that $1,000 in public humiliation. You should take what you can get.
Right? He jumped right on that and said, "That sounds great to me."
He took an alternative route where he took a screenshot of the Skype conversation and tweeted it out to the world.
That's amazing. See, I would have done that. I would have absolutely done that and laughed about it for weeks.
And if Wings to this day thinks that the Syndicate 1v1 loss was a big part of his loss of popularity. It really wasn't. You know, he could have just laughed that off and it would have been nothing. But his reaction to it was a part of his loss of popularity. The bribing was a part of his loss of popularity. And it really wasn't about his gameplay at all.
Well, yeah, that's what kind of fascinates me about him. Because kind of going back to the DSP thing, Wings on his YouTube channel, I think he's like at 500,000, isn't he? Somewhere around that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm, around there.
DSP has 180,000. DSP can do a stream, and he'll have, he can get like between 600 and 1,000 people watching on the regular. So you'd think that Wings would be able to pull in at least a comparable number to that from somebody who's got a smaller base. But I think DSP... He has things that go way beyond what Wings deals with. I mean, he has actual A-logs, people that want to see his life ruined. So, it's more than compilations and just trolling. But I think DSP rolls with it better, and Wings seems to have a worse reaction to it. Like, watching the compilation videos, if you look at his sub count, because he has that, I believe, in his video that shows his sub number, and you go back 4 months and you look at the newest one, you can see it ticking down as he's losing subs every week because he keeps freaking out on people that come into his streams.
It goes up and down. It goes up and down. I went and streamed with him maybe 2.5, 3 months ago. Like I played some PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds with him, and it was a very popular stream. And then the next day, he made it so that you had to be subscribed to him in order to watch it. I don't know. There were 1,000, 1,200 people in there watching it live. And then, which was like quadruple what he normally gets. And then to watch the 4-hour long video, you had to subscribe, which is, he made it that way. And so he got like 100 extra subscribers. And so he's been losing those 100 steadily as like when the next month came around, they all left. And so that's why you get a big disparity and like up and down kind of thing. But he hovers around 600 to 700 subscribers, somewhere in there.
Yeah, why does he do that, by the way? Because when I went to his Twitch channel, I was like, well, maybe I'll watch some past streams. Nope, can't watch it. Have to be a subscriber.
He does that in an attempt to combat the compilation channels, which I suppose we'll refer to them as.
Did it really hit that level? He's trying to counter-op them, is he?
So at least, 10 of his subs are the compilation channels?
Absolutely. And, of course, he acts as if many of these people who make those compilations simply watch the whole stream. They don't have to. I say that they tune into his stream on their computer and click record, grab screen, record, and then they come back in a few hours when it's all over and they look for the juicy parts and they chop up their video, right? They don't need his permission. They just record it. They just screen grab it, or they clip it as they watch. That's a thing that people do frequently. So it's kind of silly to do that.
We should go through the more downfall aspect regarding him and PKA, where the survival trip was coming about.
I've heard a little bit about this, so I'm kind of curious about the details on this, because from what I understand, didn't he initially agree to something and then at the last minute cancel out on you guys? So he led you along to believe something was going to happen and then didn't give you the courtesy of just saying outright no, or even a heads up, can we try again for another time kind of thing.
Yeah, this is another example of
right.
This is another example of us as a show trying to do things outside the show, outside of just what we're doing here tonight. I guess we'd been watching a lot of Bear Grylls and Survivor Man and that sort of thing. And it was very popular at the time, and we were into it. We all liked watching them survive in the wilderness with minimal tools and such. And somehow it came up, hey, let's do a survival trip. Let's go out into the wilderness, the three of us, and let's see how we fare. And everybody was on board, except for one. I was going to mention the Lefty thing. There were four of us on the show at that point. Taylor was not on the show. It was myself, Woody, Wings, and a fourth gentleman named Lefty. And Lefty, when this came up, he was like, that's not for me, boys. That's not my game. I don't think I'd fare very well. I wouldn't enjoy it. I'm sorry. I'm out. We were very respectful of that, Woody and I. We were like, well, all right, man. Cool beans. You don't want to do it. You don't want to do it. Nobody here's going to give you. And then Wings interjects, pussy. A real man goes into the wilderness and survives. A real man does this and that. A real man does blah, blah, blah. Lefty's from Chicago. So he's like, Chicago. Yeah. If I had my passport, I'd come up there to Chicago and whoop your lily-livered ass. This is the sort of like mindset that he has.
That was a side joke Kyle just mentioned, because Wings thought that you needed a passport to go state to state.
Oh, wait, no, really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, he really is a fucking introvert.
And so, we were like, he threw Lefty really under the bus there, because Lefty didn't want to do this thing. Privately, I would have liked Lefty to come on the show, of course. Four people on a trip is better than 3. 5 is even better, but 3 is acceptable.